Welcome to part 38 of Fighting for the Truth. In Jesus' name. May the 2nd, 2024 by man's calendar. I want to go ahead and jump into this new footage. And this is from a day ago. Just so you kind of have an idea of the time frame you're looking at this news from.
7 through 9. And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon. And the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail. Nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world.
I want to make a statement here. So war broke out in heaven. But where is heaven? War broke out in heaven. It says, the war broke out in heaven, but yet the kingdom of heaven is among men. Right? The kingdom of heaven is among men. And war has broken out there now. And Michael and Michael's angels are fighting with the dragon. Who is the dragon? That is the beast that rises. And where does the beast rise from? The sea of people. So who is Michael fighting with? The beast that rises from the sea of people. Are you understanding yet? I hope so. I'm going to let you know on that one for a little while.
He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
We're going to toss things over to Ottawa County, where our Matt Whitcoast is covering a contentious meeting involving Satanism.
Let us embrace the Luciferian impulse to eat of the tree of knowledge.
A controversial moment unfolding here in Ottawa County.
Did you hear what he just said? Let us embrace the Luciferian impulse to embrace and to take from the tree of knowledge, which is exactly what I've been trying to get you to stay away from, just like the Lord did. And he, just like God, you know, in the very beginning, he said, don't eat from that tree. Why? Why did he tell Adam that? Because if you do, you will surely die. Why? Because that was a punishment for his disobedience. And people are still doing that today. God tells you not to do something and you'll rush headlong and go do it. You'll do it or die. Thing is, if you do it, you are going to die. And when you die that way, you die in your sin. And the Bible makes it plain that if you die in your sin, you cannot come where that I am, Jesus said. So if you do that, you're not going to end up in the kingdom of heaven. A good lot of people have died off this earth thinking they were saved. And they were not. And you're about to join those ranks. But you have this opportunity now. Because man has fallen so far from God. No one really cares what the Bible actually says anymore, hardly. You want to twist it to your own advantage. You want to just use it like a get-rich-quick scheme.
Let us embrace the Luciferian impulse to eat of the tree of knowledge.
A controversial moment unfolding here
I just
in
wanted to
Ottawa
back
County.
that up
The
so you
Satanic
could hear
Temple
that
of
one more
West
time.
Michigan giving its first invocation here in Ottawa County. For almost 2 minutes, a minister of Satan is leading a county in prayer.
Let us stand firm against any and all arbitrary authority that threatens the personal sovereignty of one or of all?
John 8:44. You are of your father the devil, and the desires of your father you want to do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own resources, for he is a liar and the father of it.
As this was going on, a few Ottawa Impact commissioners could be seen mouthing something. It's not clear what they were saying. Also, many in attendance, probably several dozen, could be here singing a song from a church. The topic of religion takes up a majority of public comment. Several dozen people expressing opposition to the Satanic Temple's invocation. Many read prayers and passages from the Bible. As that was happening, a storm was passing through. You could hear the thunder inside the boardroom.
Psalm
Seems like
46:10.
God had something
Be
to
still
say about it too,
and know that I
didn't
am
it?
God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth.
I will not be shaken. Commissioners, I'm thankful that I see the shining through in all that you do. What occurred at the beginning of the meeting was just another weapon of the enemy against our faithful leaders.
I ask God to overwhelm this county with your love and peace. Jesus, make yourself known to everyone in this room, in this county, and in Michigan.
As anyone can plainly see, we are living in the last moments before the return of Jesus Christ. America is in a spiritual battle between good and evil,
Anyone
as we
who's
read in
willing to
Ephesians
see that,
6:12.
though.
For we do
You
not
have to
wrestle
be
against
willing
flesh
to
and
see
blood,
before
but
you
against
can see.
principalities, against powers, against the
Because you have
rulers of
eyes
the
to see
darkness of
with
this age,
and see not.
against
You have
spiritual
ears to
hosts
hear
of
with and you
wickedness
hear
in the
not.
heavenly places.
Governor Ron DeSantis just signing a law allowing chaplains in public and charter schools. He's expected to set up a big fight now between the Sunshine State and what's known as the Satanic Temple.
Chaplains. Chaplains. And what denomination is it that has chaplains? Mama Harlot and her babies. It is certainly not the true church. They are called deacons. I don't think they will ever allow apostolic deacons to go and set up these things. No, that'd be too much truth for them. Yeah, they don't want that. That's not what they're after. What they want is their truth. Their truth, not the true truth of God.
Who might want to take advantage of this new law.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis just signed, as you said, the bill that will allow for volunteer chaplains in public and charter schools like this one behind me here in Florida. What I can tell you is that the Satanic Temple says they're going to try and put their own volunteers in the schools. We know that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has vowed that this will not happen. The Satanic organization is threatening legal action if they're not allowed to volunteer. We know that Lucian G, a spokesman for the temple, says he is confident that the Constitution guarantees your religious freedom, and if schools refuse to allow Satanic chaplains while permitting chaplains of any other religious viewpoint, those schools will have no hope of prevailing in the subsequent legal battle that...
Yes, chaplains from the satanic occults are going to be on grounds now too. As if that wasn't on purpose. They know that if they open the door to one chaplain, that the others are going to want to come in under the same title. Just like the Jezebel has now dawned on, and has been since Jezebel herself was on the earth. Jezebel sits in the churches today, even the true church, and professes to be a prophetess. There is a difference in true prophetess and the Jezebel prophetess, and you will know them by the fruits they bear. True prophetess will not try to take authority where they're not supposed to. They don't try to lead everyone and everything. They don't try to manipulate the situation. They tell you a fact, and they let you decide for yourself what you believe. That is the truth. And I'm trying to get ready for work, so I'm finishing this particular video because shortly I have to go. But I wanted to do some more on this and finish out at least one more video before I went into work today.
Will ensue.
Some have said that if you do a school chaplain program, that somehow you're going to have Satanists running around in all our schools. Just understand, we're not playing those games in Florida. That is.
As I was about to say, though, Satanists will be allowed in the schools. They're chaplains, and same alike as the other chaplains. They're all Satanists when you break it down because they don't serve the one true God. The ones that serve the one true God, however, will not be permitted. You watch and see. The ones that will actually teach the truth of God will not be permitted on the school grounds. Maybe it's not so much that they won't be permitted, but most of them probably wouldn't go. They have become such a slothful, lazy bunch. And they're afraid of the devil, and they don't want to stand up to it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest about this.
Out of religion, that is not qualifying to be able to participate in this. So we're going to be using common sense when it comes to this. So you don't have to worry about that.
Satan is working overtime as he knows he has but a
Yes,
short
use
time,
the
as
word
we
of God.
read
He
in
said, "Woman,
Revelation
use common
12:12.
sense."
Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the
That ain't
inhabitants of
getting
the
much.
earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Jesus said, as a sign of his coming and the end of the age, there would be an increase in deception, false Christs who will deceive many, wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom, famines, pestilences, earthquakes, Christian persecution, apostasy, false prophets, and lawlessness, causing the love of many to grow cold. Jesus said all of these signs would come like birth pains. Jesus was likening last days events to a woman in labor. As the labor progresses, the pains increase in both frequency and intensity until the baby finally comes. As we get closer to Jesus' return, all the signs he gave us as a sign of his coming and the end of the age will become more frequent and more intense. All of these signs are manifesting around the world in our time. John 15:18 through 20. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you're not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, a servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Back with us now from House Judiciary, Congressman Russell Fry. Congressman, it's good to see you again. Thanks for joining us tonight. So, is this story true? The Daily Mail is reporting the Biden White House got at least 13 U.S. banks. Also included in that is PayPal and Western Union to spy on Americans' private financial transactions without any court warrants and without any allegations of any crimes or any crimes charged. This happened after January 6th. You know, Congressman, this is quite the privacy and civil liberties issue.
Absolutely. That's the crux of where we're at. And the concern that I have is that we know that this has happened with Bank of America. We know based on testimony that has come before the committee that other banks were involved. And here's the thing. The Fourth Amendment is not a suggestion. It is a requirement that the federal government obtain a warrant if they have reason to believe that you're engaged in some sort of criminal enterprise or criminal activity. That's not done here. And so if you purchase a Bible at the Bible store, you visit Gander Mountain, you're tagged as a potential target under this. And what we've seen from this White House and this administration is this endless search into private data. The banks are complicit in it as well by turning it over voluntarily, but the federal government is at the center of this very egregious incursion on our civil liberties.
So the Biden White House got the Treasury Department and FinCEN, that's a unit of the Treasury, to work with these 13 U.S. banks and also PayPal and Western Union to track Americans' financial transactions, looking for, quote, extremism indicators. And those indicators of extremism were like, the purchase of a Bible or a gun, and then also do searches President Trump, and then they
Sorry
turned
about that.
that data over to the FBI to investigate Americans without a warrant?
Right, and that's the two troubling sides to this court.
But that is my signal. It's time for me to go. And so I'm also out of time on this particular video. We will pick up in this and we will finish out some more of this at a later time. In the next couple of days, hopefully. And we will get some more of these done. I'll see you in the next part.